Hello everyone, welcome to Math World. This video is to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4, which is an extended mathematics for October-November 2023, and the code is 0580/43. So let's move on to question number 1. For question number 1, the table shows the amount received when exchanging $100 in some countries. So these are the 4 countries. A. Brad changes $250 to Indian rupees. Calculate the amount he receives correct to the nearest rupee. So from here, I know that $100 equivalent to this amount of the currency. So now Brad changes $250, which means I will write $100 equivalent to 7437.05 rupees. Okay, then now $250, let it be X rupees. So to get the X, what we need to do is just use cross multiplication. Right, then from here you will be getting $100 X equals to $250 times the rupees. Okay, now to get the X, we need to move down the 100 or just divide the whole equation by 100. So now my X is $250 times 7437.05 divided by $100. So then from here, you will be getting 0.625 rupees. Okay, but the question is asking for nearest rupee, means that you have to round up. So look at the 6 here, the value after the dot. So since this 6 is greater than 5, so round up, it will be 18593 rupees. So this is your solution for A. Okay, now part B. Wang changes 5,400 Chinese yuan into dollars. Calculate how much he receives in dollars correct to the nearest cents. So now for Chinese yuan, it will be 671.20 yuan equivalent to $100. So now I will write 671.20 yuan equivalent to $100. Okay, so now 5,400 Chinese yuan. So 5400 yuan, it will be X dollars. Right, so now again use the same method as just now, cross multiply. Then I will be getting 671.20x equals to 5400 times $100. Then from here, okay, now to make it different, so I don't want to use X, but I use Y. Then here will be Y. So now to get the Y, right, I have to divide the whole equation by 671.20. So it will be 5400 times $100 over 671.20. Then from here, that will be 804.529. And now since this is correct to the nearest cent, then I will just keep these two terms, right? And look at the next value. This is 9, so you round up. So it will be 804.53. So the answer is 804.53. That is the number of dollars received by Wang. Okay, see? Greta lives in Spain and goes on holiday to Wales. She spends 3,500 euros in total on travel and hotels in this ratio. So travel to hotels, the ratio is 4:3. Now, first part, work out how much Greta spends in euros on travel. Okay, the total euros that has been spent on both of them is 3,500. So we know that now the travels will be 4 out of 7, right? Because travel ratio to hotels, it is 4 to 3. That means just for the travel itself, it will be 4 out of 7 because the total here is 7. So now my answer here, my working here is, because we were asking to get the money spent on travel. So travel is 4 out of 7 times 3,500 euros. So that means this is going to be 2,000 euros. So here should be 2,000. Okay. Now, second part, work out how much she spends in pounds on hotels. Okay, so we know that 3,500 euros has been spent on the travels. Okay, on travel. Then now for the hotels, it will be the remaining. Alright, so hotel means that it will be 3,500 euros minus 2,000 euros. That means Greta has spent 1,500 euros on hotel. Alright, or on hotels. Now, you need to change to pound. Okay, you need to get the answer in pound. So from here, you are getting the euros. So I will change the euros to dollars first. Then from dollars, I change to pound. So now, from euro, see here, $100, it will be equivalent to 85.35 euros. So now, all right, 85.35 euros equivalent to $100. Right, so now we have 1,500 euros. So I need to find how much is this. So then use the previous method, use cross multiplication. Alright, then I will be getting it's 5.35y equals to 1,500 times $100. So now my y is basically 1,500 times $100 divided by 85.35. Then this is going to be 1757.4962 dollars. Okay, then from dollars I change to pounds. So now look at the table. $100 is 77.05 pounds. So now you are given pounds here, or you are given the dollars. You have found the dollars. So I will write $100 equivalent to 77.05 pounds. Right? So now I have 1,757.4692 dollars. It will be, let's say, T pounds. Right? So then to get the T, it will be the same method as just now. So basically 100 T is the multiplication. Then now my T I have to divide by $100. So now my T I got to divide by $100. Therefore, this is going to be 1354.13 pounds. Okay, so my answer over here, I should write 1354.13. So that's the working for this question. Right, now, next part, part 3. Greta flies home to Spain. The plane flies a distance of 2,200 kilometers. Correct to the nearest 100 kilometer. The average speed of the plane is 740 kilometer per hour. Correct to the nearest 20 kilometer per hour. Calculates the lower bound of the time taken in hours and minutes for this flight. Okay, so for your information, for the distance itself, right? Distance. Now I need to consider the lower bound and upper bound for the distance. So it is 2,200 kilometers, but then this is nearest 100 kilometer. So when 100 kilometers, right? So from here, you just times half to get the degrees of, the lower bound or upper bound. You have to plus and minus the half of this degree of accuracy. So half of 100 is basically 50. That means now for the upper bound, you have to plus 50 from 2,200, which is 2250. So it will be less than 2250. Then for the other one, the lower bound, you have to minus 50 from 2200. That means you will be getting 2150. Okay, that will be the bound. This will be the interval or the lower bound and upper bound for the distance. Now, then the next one is the speed. So this is for speed. Okay, so 740 kilometer per hour. And then it is nearest 20 kilometer per hour. So when nearest 20 kilometer per hour, the difference will be half of 20, which is 10. So now the upper bound will be 740 plus 10, which is 750. Okay, and then for the lower bound, you have to minus 10 from 740. That means you will be getting 730. Okay, so basically this is lower bound, this is upper bound. Okay, then now you need to find the lower bound of time taken. So now we have to refer to the formula. We know that speed equals to distance over time. Alright, then now you need to find the lower bound for time. So I will get the time as a subject. So it means that my time move up, okay, and the speed move down. So it will be the division. That means time is distance over speed. Okay, now lower bound LB of time is basically same as lower bound of the distance divided by upper bound of the speed. So this operation will give you the lower bound of the time because it is division. Okay, so now we have to choose the lower bound from the distance. That means 2150, and then the upper bound for the speed is 750. Right? So now here I will be getting, this is 2150 over 750. Then at last you will be getting 2.8666 hour. Okay, so now because the question is asking for hours and minutes, so what I need to do is this 2.866 hour, it will be 2 hours, then 0.866, this will be converted to minutes. So I know that 1 hour has 60 minutes. Alright, then from here you will be getting 2 hours and 52 minutes. Okay, so this is how we calculate the lower bound of the time. So the answer here should be 2 hours, 52 minutes. Okay, now for question number 2. the table shows the number of each type of bird seen in the garden on Monday. So we have 4 types here, and the frequencies. Pie chart sector angle is given for the first goldfinch. Now, A, find the percentage of the birds that are starlings. So, starling, there are total of 11. Okay, the frequency is 11. So, from here, what I need to do is I need to get the total frequency first. So, the total frequencies, that means this is the total number of birds, right? Total frequencies equals to 8 plus 6 plus 11 plus 5. This is going to be 30. So now your percentage equals to 11 out of 30, then times 100%. So this is going to be 36.7%. So I will be getting 36.7. Okay, now next part, B. B first part, in the table, completes the column for the pie chart sector angle. And then part 2, completes the pie chart to show the information in the table. Okay, so now what to do here is, okay, for the B part 2, okay, B parts 1, sorry, B parts 1. So I will show the working over here. B parts 1, right? So to get the angle here, I know that the next one is 6. We get the percentage, 6 over 30 times the pie chart. When you look at the pie charts here, the total angle is basically 360 degrees. So you times 360 degrees. Okay, then you will be getting 72 degrees. That is for J. Then for starling, okay, starling, it will be 11 over 30 times 360 degrees. Then you will be getting 132 degrees. Then at last, the last one is 5 over 30 times 360 degrees. Then it will be 60 degrees. So done for the first part. Okay, now complete the pie chart to show the information in the table. So here you have to use the protractor to measure the angle here. So I will not show it here. You just measure and get the sectors. So this is 92 degrees. Okay. So now for the part C, on Tuesday, the number of goldfinches seen in the garden increases by 262.5%. Calculate the number of goldfinches seen on Tuesday. Okay, so now see, initially 8. Alright, so now has been increased by 262.5%. So I will say initially 100%. Since it is increased, so we have to plus. Increase means plus, right? So 262.5, because of percentage, so I divide by 100%. Then you times by the original frequency. So original frequency was 8, because this is on Monday. Okay, so then you just times by 8. Then this will be 362.5 over 100. Then you times by 8. And this is going to be 29. That means on Tuesday, you will see 29 goldfinches instead of 8 on Monday. Okay, so when it is decreased here, just an information. If this is decreased, then you need to minus from 100, because the 100 is the initial percent. Right, now D. One of the most common birds in the world is the red-billed coolie, which lives in sub-Saharan Africa. There are approximately 1,500 millions of these birds in this area. Now, first part, write 1,500 million in standard form. So standard form means you have to write in this form. Okay, a number here times 10 power n. So now 1,500 million, we know that it is 10 power 6. Alright, so then from here, because you need to get the standard form, so now when you look at the 1500, your dot is after the 0. So now I have to move this dot backwards for 3 units. Therefore, this is going to be 1.5 times 10 power 3 times 10 power 6. So we have a formula over here. If 10 power A times 10 power B, same base, we are adding the power. Okay, so now becomes 1.5 times 10 power 6 plus 3, it is 9. So this is your standard form. Okay, now part 2, the land area of sub-Saharan Africa is approximately 21.2 million square kilometers. Work out average number of these birds per square kilometer. Okay, so total 1,500 million. And now the land area is 21.2 million square meters. Okay, so now you need to find per square meter. Look at here. Per means divide. Alright, so it will be 1,500 times 10 power 6. I use back the original because both also millions. Right, so over 21.2 times 10 power 6 because it's million. Then now here you just divide. That will be 70.7547. And now we know that birds cannot be in decimal, right? I mean, it can be in decimal, but this is too many decimals, so I will just round up to 3 significant figures. So look at the next value, which is 5 and above, so I have to round up. Therefore, you will be getting 70.8 birds per kilometer squares. Because the numerator is the number of birds, the denominator is a kilometer squares. So per means divide. Okay, so that's the working for this question. Now next question, number 3. So A, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto B. Okay, so let's look at the A and B. Now, first of all, okay, we know that it is not translation, because if translation, you will remain in this shape but different position, maybe up or down, left or right. Okay, this is not translation. And then we have rotation and enlargement. So obviously this is not enlargement, because look at here, this is 1 square, here is also 1 square. Then this height is 3 squares, here is also 3 squares. Okay, not enlargement. Then it must be rotation. So firstly, I will write rotation. So for rotation, we need to find out how many degrees, clockwise or anti-clockwise, and the center. Okay, let's look at this. Let's say this is your X, Y, Z. Okay, 3 points. So this point, X, becomes here. Okay, because this is a sharp point connected to the straight line and the slanted line. So this is your X prime. Right, the slanted line, the slanted point here, Z. This is our Z prime. And then the other one is Y prime. Okay, so now to get the center of rotation and also the degrees, what we do is probably you have to join the X and the X prime. Okay, so I will simply sketch. No, it's not the same. Okay, you just use the ruler and join. Let's say I join 2 points. Okay, and another one is the X. You just use ruler, then you will be getting the correct answer, because here I only simply sketch. Okay, alright, so it might not be very accurate. Right, what you need to do here is you need to get the perpendicular bisector. Okay, perpendicular bisector basically is the midpoint, that is a line that passes through midpoint. Let's say this is a midpoint. right? So you can just measure, and then it is 90 degrees. Right, so probably like this. Here is 90 degrees. Okay, say this is the perpendicular bisector. So because I don't have the tools here, so you just measure 90 degrees. Right, now, then for the green color, it's the same. So for the green color, you get the midpoint. Right, the midpoints, say you just measure, probably here. Right, then you draw the line. So probably, I'm not sure whether it's correct or not, probably here. Right, so you just draw the line so that it is perpendicular bisector. Okay, so then you will find out that basically both perpendicular bisectors means that the blue line and the red line will be intersecting at this point. Okay, that means this is the center of the rotation. So the red center of the rotation is at 2, 7. Okay, and now for the degrees, so what to do? You just join this x, just pick the x to the center. Okay, so just join, and then you check where is your x prime. Your x prime is over here. Alright, so you can just check. This is basically 90 degrees. Okay, how do we know? Now, let's look at here. This is 1 unit up, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Here 1, here 6. So when it is 90 degrees, here will be 1 unit, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay, therefore it will be 90 degrees. Alright, so then from here, now you check your A, you map A onto B. Okay, A onto B. That means your A is the object. So this is object. Your B is the image. Now, from A to B, this is your direction of the rotation. That means this is anti-clockwise. Okay, so from here, I will just write down the single transformation is basically rotation with 90 degrees, rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise at center to 7. Okay, so this is how we get the single transformation when you map A onto B. You have to find the perpendicular bisector. So these two lines are perpendicular bisector. Okay. Now, next part B. Draw the image of triangle A after a reflection in the line y equals to 1. Right. So for this case, I have to erase all this rough work. Otherwise, it will be very messy. Okay, so when y equals to 1, you need to draw a line, dotted line. Right? So you draw a dotted line, y equals to 1, which is here. This is y equals to 1. And now you need to reflect. Draw the image of triangle A. Okay, your A is the object. Then now you need to get the image of A when there is a reflection in the line y equals to 1. So your A is over here. So what to do here is, right, you need to calculate, because here 2 units above the refraction line, it will be 2 units down. That means your z becomes here. Then same for the y, it will be same level as the z. And then for the x, it will be 3 units above the y. So when you reflect, it will be 3 units below the y. So here 1, 2, 3. This is your x prime. Okay, so you just need to join these 3 points and you will be getting the answer. That is your image. And this is the solution for B first part. Okay, now second part. A translation by vector 5 minus 7. So now 5 minus 7 means that you have to move the point. Okay, 5 minus 7 means this 5 is 5 units to the right. To the right side. And then this minus 7 means 7 units downwards. Okay, so look at the point X. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units is here. To the right, 7 units down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means now my point, okay, this X has been changed to here. Right? Okay, so for the Z, so again 5 units to the right. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 7 units down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my Z. This is my X. Okay, and we know that the Y is same level as the Z. So just add on here. This is your Y prime. So this is the image. Alright, so this is the answer for B part 3. Part 2, sorry, B part 2. Okay, now part 3. An enlargement scale factor 2 center minus 4, 5. So we need to mark the center first, minus 4, 5. So minus 4, 5, I will mark using purple color. So minus 4 and 5 is over here. This is the center of enlargement. Now, look at the factor first. The factor is 2. So when factor is 2 means it's double. Okay, which means you will be getting, you see, this point is 1 unit. So now becomes double. So double means it comes here, x prime. Okay, you refer to this point as reference and then enlarge it 2 times. So factor 2. And then for the y, right, here 1, 2. So 2 times 2 becomes 4. So 3, 4. That means now your y is at minus 4, 1. Okay, this is your y prime. Therefore the z, okay, so you can just see here, right, probably if you want, right, you can just check the z coordinate. The coordinates will be minus 3, 3. Then you just times 2. Just times 2, times 2, right? So here will be, okay, now, or probably I can just say, I don't want to say times 2 because the center is at not, it is not at 0, 0. So what to do here is, you see here is 1 unit. So when times 2, it will be 2 units. Here 1, 2. That means this is my z. Okay, so which means my answer just need to join all this. Right, then try to join the x bar to the z bar, the z prime. So you get to use the ruler. Need to use a ruler and join. So my drawing is not very nice. Okay, make sure you get a straight line. Okay, so this purple color is the answer for B part 3. Alright, so that's all for this drawing. Now, question number 4. A. Find the size of one interior angle of a regular 10-sided polygon. So the formula for n-sided polygon, okay, the interior size, the interior angle, right? So for n-sided polygon, the interior angle is basically n minus 2 times 180 degrees divided by n. So now your n is 10. Therefore, it will be 10 minus 2 times 180 degrees divided by 10. Then at last, you will be getting 144 degrees. Okay, now for parts B, the points A, B, C, D, E lie on the circle. FG is a tangent, so this is a tangent. And EB is parallel to DC. So you see these two arrows means that these two arrows means that they are parallel to each other. Now find the value of each of W, X, Y, Z. Okay, what to do here is, firstly, we know that since the FDG is a tangent, that means this DE, okay, this angle, we have to refer to the alternate segment theorem. Angle between a tangent, this FG is tangent, and the chord is ED. It is same as angle subtended by the chord in the alternate segment. That means angle subtended by this chord, right, is basically here, which is our W. So from here, I can say that angle EDF equals to 20 degrees equals to W degrees. Okay, so here we found the W. This is basically 20 degrees. Right? And then at the same time, this chord also subtended to the X. Right? So therefore, the X is also W degrees. Right? So this is same as X degrees as well. So we have found the X and W, which is 20. Okay? By using the alternate segment theorem. This is using alternate segment theorem. Okay, now the next is to refer to the 25 degrees here. So this 25 degrees, basically, you see this is the tangent and this is the chord, right? So means that if here is 25 degrees, this is also the chord subtended by the, okay, this is the chord, right? This is a chord and this is the angle subtended by the chord in the alternate segment. That means if here is 25, this is going to be 25. Right. Now, this is 25. Okay. So we have found the W, we have found the X. X is also 25. X is 20. Because the X is same as the W. Right. Now, next step is I need to find the Y. So if I need to find the Y, right, so then I know that this is 25 degrees. So I refer to triangle ADC, which is a green color. Okay, I need to know what is my angle over here. Okay, so for this angle, look at this. Okay, I use another color. Look at this line. They are parallel to each other. So when parallel to each other means that this angle, the W, is same as this angle. Okay, because of the zigzag, right? So that means this is going to be 20. So now, to get the Y, okay, I refer to the triangle. So refer to triangle DAC. So DAC. My total angles here, 25, Y, 20, and 75 will be 180 degrees. Right? So I will write 25 degrees plus Y degrees plus 20 degrees plus 75 degrees equals to 180 degrees. So the total of the three angles on the left hand side, it will be 120 degrees plus Y degrees equals to 180 degrees. Therefore, your Y degrees is 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees. So then from here I found my Y is 60. Okay, so once you have found the Y is 60 degrees, then I will label this as 60 degrees. Now I just need to find another one, which is a Z. So again, from here, I need to find what is my EDB. I need to find this angle. Because later on, I need to use the whole triangle EDB to get the Z. So my angle EDB here, right? Or I would say not EDB. This is basically EDA. I need to find EDA, right? So for this angle EDA, I need to use 180 equals to 20 degrees. Okay, let's see here. See here? This 20, this is 60. Right. So let me check. Okay, I need to find this angle. It will be, okay, I will just consider this. Alright, so I consider this angle. The total is 180 because I have found, given 20, this one unknown, 60 already found, 20 already found, 25 already found. So I refer to FDG. Okay, refer to FDG. So angle of FDG. So 180 degrees, it will be summation of all those degrees, all those angles. So it will be 20, then EDA, okay, EDA before I get the Z. So now I will write 20 degrees plus angle EDA, then plus Y. The Y is 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 20 degrees, 25 degrees. So 60 plus 20 plus 25 degrees. Alright, so from here, it will be 180 degrees equals to 125 degrees plus angle of EDA. Therefore, my angle of EDA, it will be 180 degrees minus 125, then you will be getting 55 degrees. So now here I found my 55. This purple color is 55 degrees. So once you have found the 55 degrees, I may refer to EBD, this whole rectangle, this whole triangle, means the orange color triangle. Okay, or the yellow color triangle. So I will say z plus 55 plus 20, alright, and plus 60 degrees here. All this plus together, it will be 180 degrees. So I'm referring to the triangle EDB. So now, triangle EDB, okay, so it will be z 55, 60, 20. So, and 60 degrees. It will be 180 degrees. Okay, then now from here I will get z degrees plus 135 degrees equals to 180. So your z degrees is 180 minus 135. That will be 45 degrees. So I have found all these four angles. Okay, so done for this question 4. Now, next question, question 5. Indira records the time taken for workers in her company to travel to work. The table and histogram each show parts of the information. Right? So now, A completes the table and the histogram. So histogram shows frequency density. The first class, it is with frequency density 2.8. This is 2.8. And then the next class is 3. Now, for your information, okay, frequency density equals to frequency. So frequency density equals to frequency over class width. So for the first class, 0 to 10. Okay, so frequency density is 2.8. So 2.8 equals to frequency is unknown, but the class width, look at here, this is 10. When you get the average of these two numbers is 10. This is 25. That means we will just copy back the limits. So here will be 0. Now your class width is basically your minus. Okay, so 10 minus 0, it will be 10. Therefore here I will just write f over 10. So now my frequency is 2.8 times 10, which is 28. This is for the first class. So I will get 28. Now for second class, this is from 0 to 10. Okay, so for second class, that is 10 to 25. So when 10 to 25, now my frequency density shown on the histogram is 3. So it will be 3 equals to f over, right, my class width, the C is a class width. So my class width obviously is 25 minus 10, which is 15. That means my f is going to be 3 times 15. Then you will be getting 45. So therefore, in my table, I have to write 45. Okay, and now for the histogram, you are given first two histograms, first two blocks. So now, here I need to calculate the frequency density for the remaining 3. So now here I will write frequency density. Okay, so the distance here, I mean the class width here is 40 minus 25, which is 15. Then the class width here is 20. This is also 20. So now my frequency density for the third class is 57 over 15. Then you will be getting 3.8. And then the next one is 38 divided by 20. That is 1.9. Lastly, 12 divided by 20. That is 0.6. All these are the frequency densities. So now I have to mark 3.8 for 25 to 40. So 3.8 is here. Okay, 25 to 40. So here is 40. That means you have to mark this. Just join using the ruler to get a histogram. And then next is 40 to 60. The height is 1.9. So 1.9 is here. 40 to 60. Lastly, 60 to 80, the height is 0.6. So 0.6 is, here is 0.5, 0.6. And this is the histogram. Okay, so when drawing, please use ruler and make sure it is a straight line. Now B, calculate an estimate of mean time. So for mean time, we need to get midpoints. And then together with the frequency. Okay, so midpoints is counted using average. Right, means that you plus 2 and divide by 2. I mean plus together and divide by 2. So it will be 0 plus 10 divided by 2. That will be the midpoint. So 0 plus 10 divided by 2, then you will be getting 5. So the next one is going to be 10 plus 25 divided by 2. So this is 17.5. Okay, so use this method to get all the midpoints, and then I will rewrite the frequencies. So then you will be getting 28. Then here 45. I write down all the frequencies first. Then my midpoints will be 17.5, 32.5, 50, followed by 70. So now my mean, okay, is basically you multiply all of this and then divided by the total F. So that will be 5 times 28 plus 17.5 times 45 plus 32.5 times 57 plus 50 times 38, then plus 70 times 12, and then divided by the total F. Now the total F, let's see, okay, it's not given over here. So the total F, you just write 28 plus 45 plus 57 plus 38 plus 12. Okay, then from here, you will be getting 5520 over 180. Then at last, you will be getting 30.6667. And now I round up to 3 significant figures. That will be 30.7. So that is your solution. Okay, now next question. C. Rashid says the longest time that any of these workers take to travel to work is 80 minutes. Give a reason why Rashid may be wrong. Okay, now when you look at the table, even though the class here is 60 to 80, alright, but we are not sure the exact value. Okay, so that's the reason the statement given by Rashid is wrong. Okay, so you will just say exact values are not given, are not known, because we are not sure what are the exact values, because you are just given the classes. Okay, so D, Indira picks 3 workers at random from those who take longer than 25 minutes to travel to work. Calculate the probability that one worker takes 60 minutes and or less, right? Because it's already more than 25. One is between 20, so this is a time. Let's say this is a time greater than 25, but less and equals to 60. There's one worker here, one worker, and then the other 2 each take more than 60 minutes. So it is greater than 25, greater than 25, but at the same time greater than 60 minutes. So here 2 workers. Okay, now how do we get this probability? Let's look at the table. It's mentioned here, see, between 25 and 60 minutes. So 25 and 60 minutes, it will be summation of these 2. Okay, so I will say 57 plus 38. So here is going to be 57 plus 38 workers. That means this is how much? This is 95. Okay, then greater than 25 and greater than 60. So greater than 60 is 12. So here I have 12 workers. Okay, so here you take 2, here you take 1, but the total workers is 12 workers. Okay, then now your probability is calculated based on longer than 25 minutes. So when longer than 25 minutes, when you refer back to this table, it is basically 57, 38, and 12. Okay, so then I will write number of workers take greater than 25 minutes to work or to travel, right, to travel to work. It is 57 plus 38 plus 12. So that means the total workers here is 107. Okay, now you need to calculate this probability. So now your probability equals to 1 worker from 95. Okay, from 95, you need 1. And then from 12, you need 2. That means this is going to be 95 out of the total of 107. Okay, so once you have chosen 1, left 109 and then 105 because you have to choose total of 3 workers here. But then this 106, right, sorry, 107, 106, 105 keep decreasing by 1. So this 106 you need to choose from these 12 workers because 2 workers from 12. So it means that initially there are 12 and then later on it will be 11. Okay, now here because it's mentioned 1 worker takes 60 minutes or less and the other 2 takes more than 60 minutes. So here it could be the, now you have to consider the arrangements of this. Therefore, you have to times 3. Okay, so then here is going to be 1254 over 39697. So this is going to be your probability. Alright, so because there are 3 different persons. So that's all for this question. Okay, now for question number 6. Given fx is 5x minus 3, gx is 64 to the power of x, hx is this function whereby the x is not minus 1, find f2. So f2, just change the x to 2. So I will get this one, 5 times 2 minus 3, which is 10 minus 3. At last you get 7. GF minus GF 0.5 for the part 2. So GF 0.5, I will calculate what is my F 0.5 first. That means now you just change the x accordingly. 5 bracket 0.5 minus 3, that is going to be negative 0.5. And then now your GF 0.5 is basically G of negative 0.5. So now replace the x accordingly. So I'll get 64 to the power of negative 0.5. Then just use or just change. This is 64 to the power of negative half. It is same as when you see negative means 1 over 64 to the power of half is square root of 64. Then this is 1 over 8. So the answer is 1 over 8. Now, part B, find H inverse. So to get H inverse, let Y be the Hx. So that means your Y is 2 over x plus 1. Now, instead of getting Y as a subject, you let x be the subject. Means that now you move up the whole x plus 1 and move down the Y. So I will be getting x plus 1 equals to 2 over Y. And now get the x as a subject by moving this 1 to the right side. Okay, then you will be getting 2 over y minus 1. Hence, change the x to h inverse and change the y to x. That means you are getting 2 over x minus 1 as the h inverse. Now see, find x when gx is this amount. So now gx, okay, gx is 64 to the power of x. So I will write 64 to the power of x is 1 over 2 to the power of 5. Now this 64 can be written as 2 to the power of 6. Okay, and your 2 power 5 is in the denominator, so I can move up. But once you move up, you should get negative degree. So times a negative to the existing degree. And now I will get 2 to the power 6x. Okay, so equals to 2 to the power minus 5. Then now you are getting the same base. Therefore, just compare the degrees. That means your x will be negative 5 over 6. Alright. Now, part D, write as a single fraction in its simplest form for 1 over fx minus hx. So now 1 over fx is 5x minus 3. So here 5x minus 3. Your hx, it is 2 over x plus 1. Okay, this is your hx. So now I will just replace it. 2 over x plus 1. And now to get a single fraction, you need to get the same denominator, which means you use cross multiplication. Okay, here cross multiply, cross multiply. Then you will be getting the same denominator. So I will get 1 times x plus 1 minus 2 times 5x minus 3. So now you do expansion for this. So 1 times the bracket, then minus 2 times another bracket. So I will get x plus 1 minus 2 times 5x will be minus 10x. Minus 2 times minus 3 will be plus 6. Then over 5x minus 3 together with x plus 1. Then you will be getting x minus 10x is minus 9x. Then 1 plus 6, it will be 7. So I will write 7 first. Then over 5x minus 3 times x plus 1. So this is your single fraction. Okay, so done for this part D. Now for question number 7a, complete the table of values for y equals to 3 cos 2x. Values are given correct to 1 decimal place. So you just take out your calculator, replace the x by 45. Okay, and remember, leave it in degrees form. So that will be 0. Okay, and same for 60 degrees, you will be getting negative 1.5. When 80 degrees, it will be negative 2.8. So now B, draw the graph for 0 to 90 degrees. Alright, use this table and mark the points. So when x is 0, y is 3. So x is 0, y is 3. X is 10, y is 2.8. So now when you look at the scales here, 5 squares for 1 unit. That means each square is 0.2 units. So here I will get 4 squares. 20 is 2.3. So 2.3. Alright, so 30, 1.5. This is in the middle. After that, 40 is 0.5. So 2.5 square. Then 45 is 0. 50 degrees, negative 0.5. So negative 0.5, it is 1, 2. It is here. Then 60 is negative 1.5. This is, here is 1. 1.5 means another 2.2, 2.5. Then negative 2.3. 2.3, this is 2. 2.2, 2.3. And then negative 2.8 for 80 degrees. So 2.8 will be here. Lastly, when 90 degrees, you get negative 3. So now, you have sketched all this. Just join the points. Okay, so this is 3 cos 2x. So when you draw the points, make sure it's a curve. Right, so my graph is not very smooth. Okay, so here, right, so draw smooth curve here, right. Okay, so now see, use your graph to solve the equation, right? 3 cos 2x, this is your 3 cos 2x, equals to minus 2. So now you draw a horizontal line, minus 2. Where is your minus? This is the minus 2. Okay, then your answer should be over here. So based on your graph, you will get 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. Right, based on my sketching, I get 66. So here will be 66 degrees. So my x degrees, therefore just write x is 66. Now D, by drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation. So 120 cos 2x equals to 80 minus x. Remember, your curve is 3 cos 2x. So now I need to get 3 cos 2x instead of 120 cos 2x. Right, so to get 3 from 120 means I divide the whole equation by 40. So here it will be 3 cos 2x. Then this is 80 minus x over 40. So now you split it into two terms, 80 over 40 minus x over 40. That means it will be 2 minus x over 40. So now my y will be 2 minus 40. 2 minus x over 40. So now you need to solve this equation, means that it will be the intersection, right? Intersection between 3 cos 20 and this. So now to get this graph, I let x be 0. Then my y will be 2. When my x is 40, my y will be 2 minus 40 over 40. That is 1. Okay, so I get 2 points, 0 to 41. So now I will add that point here. So 0 to 0 to, and then 40 is 1. So 40 is 1. Right? So now you need to join these 2 points to get the solution. So that means, right, so when you draw the line, right, my drawing is not accurate, so you have to draw, okay, it's not right. Then you find the intersection. Just use ruler to join. Okay, most likely when y equals to 0, y equals to 80, when x equals to 80, you will get y equals to 2 minus 80 over 40. That is 0. Okay, so to make sure it is correct graph, make sure it passes through this. So it means that my graph is not so accurate. Okay, so that's why this is a straight line. So y equals to 2 minus 40 over x. X over 40, sorry, x over 40. So please use ruler to join the points. Okay, so based on my graph, I will just read here. Right? So probably, okay, when you cut, it will be somewhere here, yeah, based on my sketching. So this is my solution. Okay, so when you read, this is 34. Okay, so it's all based on your graph. So here I get 34. So just for information, for the first one, when you refer to the marking scheme, the mark scheme, this can be accepted 65 to 67 degrees. Okay, and for the parts D, the acceptable values will be 32 to 36. So now for my graph, I get 34. So that means it is acceptable. Okay, so then we have done this question. Now next question is question 8. So for question 8, you are given this diagram. The diagram shows a shape made with a major sector AOB and triangles OBC, AOD. OB, okay, all these angles are given and the length also given. So that means this is a center. Now, first part, show that the angle BOC is 19.5 degrees equal to 1 decimal place. So from here, I know that you are given a triangle OBC, right? So I will just redraw the triangle OBC. This is 2, this is 6. So OB is 6. And now you need to get BOC. This is the angle. So you are given opposite and hypotenuse. So it will be sine angle BOC equals to 2 over 6. Therefore, angle BOC is inverse sine 2 over 6, which is 19.47 degrees. And now equal to 1 decimal place, which means 19.5 degrees. So we have shown this angle. Now part 2, calculate the area of the major sector of AOB. So AOB major sector is basically this. This is the major sector. So now I need to find the angle over here. So the angle is basically major angle 360 minus the given angle. Major angle AOB. It will be 360 degrees minus the given angle 135. Okay, you minus 135, then you also have to minus this, which is 19.5, because our sector is the sector above that. So minus 19.5 degrees, and then you will be getting 205.5 degrees. Now area of sector, of major sector AOB. So the area formula is basically the angle 205.5 degrees divided by 360 degrees times pi r squared. So now your r is 6 because the O is a center. So now to get the area, the value here, you see here, cm squared, your pi is 3.142, then 6 squared. Then now from here, you will be getting 64.5681, and I will round up to 64.6. That is your area of the major sector. Okay, now part 3. C is the midpoint of OD. Calculate AD. So now C is the midpoint of OD, and now you need to count what is your AD. So which means I know that this is 6. Alright, so I need to find OD first. Before you get the OD, have to find the OC. This OC can be found using this right angle triangle or Pythagoras theorem. Right? So now I will say that angle of cos, okay, because this is the what? This is the adjacent side of 19.5 degrees. So adjacent over hypotenuse, that will be the cos. So I will write cos 19.5 degrees equals to OC over 6. Then my OC is 6 cos 19.5 degrees. That will be 5.6558. Then now, since C is a midpoint of OD, that means OD is double of OC. That is 2 times 5.6558, and this is going to be 11.3117. Okay, now we found the OD. Okay, this one found, and then you are given 6 and this angle. That means to find the opposite side, the length of opposite side, it is just a cosine rule. Okay, so I will write cosine rule. that means it will be AD squared equals to OA plus OD, right? AD squared equals to OA squared plus OD squared minus 2OA OD cos the angle, cos 135. Okay, so now replace the values. So AD squared we do not know, right? So OA is 6, OD is found. So now here, my AD will be just square root of 6 squared plus 11.3117 squared minus 2 times 6 times 11.3117 together with the cos 135 degrees. So at last, you will be getting square root of 259.9375. That is going to be 16.1. Okay, now fourth part, calculate the total area of the shape. So basically, the total area of the shape is area of the sector plus area of this triangle, right angle triangle, plus the area of AOD. Okay, so for your information, area of the triangle AOD, this is 6. OD already found. Okay, let's say just an example. This is A, here is B, this is theta. So area is basically half AB sine theta. Okay, so on other words, this is half times 6 times OD sine 135. Okay, so now I will just write down all at the same time now. So total area equals to, so just now we have found the area of the sector, 64.6, right, which is here, the major sector. So I will just take the previous value, 64.5681. So 64.5681 plus the area of the right angle triangle, which is BOC, refer to here, it will be half of 2 times OC. Okay, base times height. So the OC is found just now, 5.6558. So I will write half times 2 times 5.6558 and then plus the other triangle will be using this formula. So it will be half of 6, then OD sine 135 degrees. Okay, so here is going to be half of 6, then 11.3117 sine 135 degrees. So then from here, it will be 64.5681 plus 5.6558 and then plus 23.9957, and at last you will be getting 94.2196, and now I round up, it will be 94.2. So that's the solution of this question. Okay, now part B. A sector of circle has radius 8 and area 160 centimeters squared. A mathematical similar sector has radius 20. Okay, just now 8, now 20. Now calculate the area of the larger sector. Larger sector means with the highest radius. So that means this is area 1 over area 2 equals to R1 squared over R2 squared. Okay, so let's say the area 1 is the area of the larger sector. So area 1 over the smaller area sector, 160, that equals to 20 over 8 squared. Okay, I will take out, this is same as R1 over R2 squared. Now, your A1 obviously is 160 times 20 over 8 squared, and then you will be getting 1000. So that's the solution for part B. Okay, now for question number 9. A is the point with coordinates 0, 2, B is 3, 3, C is 4, 0. A determine if triangle ABC is scalene, isosceles or equilateral, you must show all your working. So for all these three cases, you can just calculate their lengths. Okay, just for information, if A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2, then the length AB, it will be square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Okay, that means this AB, it will be square root of 3 minus 0 squared plus 3 minus 2 squared. Then that will be square root of 10. Now, I calculate AC using the same formula. It will be 4 minus 0 squared plus 0 minus 2 squared. Then this is square root of 20. Then BC is going to be square root of 4 minus 3 squared plus 0 minus 3 squared. So you are getting square root 10. So since AB equals to BC, two same length, only two equal length, that means this triangle is going to be isosceles. Isosceles means you have two equal length. Equilateral means all three equal lengths. Scalene means all three different lengths. Okay, done. Now B, first part, find the equation of the line AC. So now I will write down the points A and C, 0, 2 and 4, 0. So A is 0, 2, C is 4, 0. First of all, we need to calculate the gradient. M equals to, now for your information, the M is basically y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is a gradient. So here, I will write 0 minus 2 over 4 minus 2. That is going to be negative 2 over 4. Then you will get negative half. So then my y is basically negative half x plus c. Now I refer to points A with coordinates 0, 2. Then you replace and you will get c equals to 2. Okay, therefore your answer will be y equals to negative half x plus 2. Now, part 2, find the equation of the perpendicular bisector AC. Okay, so for perpendicular bisector, we need to find the midpoints. The midpoint of AC. This midpoint of AC is basically x1 plus x2 over 2 divided by 2. Okay, then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. That is the formula for midpoint. So here I will get 0 plus 4 divided by 2, and then 2 plus 0 divided by 2. That will be 2, 1. And now we need to get the gradients which is perpendicular to the gradients of AC. So m prime times negative half equals to minus 1. Our formula is m1, m2 is minus 1. Okay, so now my m2 is the negative half. Then now you will be getting m prime is 2. So with these two information, then you will get y equals to 2x plus c, and then consider 2, 1. So 1 equals to 2 times 2 plus c. That means your c is 1 minus 4, which is minus 3. So at last, your y is going to be 2x minus 3. Okay, that's the solution of this question. Now, next part, part 3, ABCD is a kite. The points D has coordinates W and 4W plus 1. Find the coordinates of D. Okay, so now what I need to do here is probably I mark the points. Then you will get the better idea. Your A with coordinates 0, 2, B is 3, 3. So A is 0, 2. Let's say here is 2. Then I get the A. The B is 3, 3. So here 2, here 4. This is 4. So 3, 3 is somewhere here. This is B. Then my C is with coordinates 4, 0. So 4, 0. So when I join, right, and then my D has this coordinates. It is a kite. So which means, right, most likely my D will be somewhere here. Just to get a rough idea, let's say this is a D. Okay, so from here, I know that I have found y equals to 2x minus 3. That is the perpendicular bisector of the A, of the AC, which means I have found this. Okay, the midpoint. Okay, then this is the perpendicular bisector. AC. Now, I know that here for kite it must be 90 degrees. Okay, so that means your D lies on this line. This is y equals to 2x minus 3. Alright, this is the perpendicular bisector. So now I will say that my working is, since my D lies on y equals to 2x minus 3, that means the coordinates of D must satisfy by this equation. This is my x, this is my y. So I will write 4w plus 1, which is my y coordinates, equals to 2 of w minus 3. So 4w plus 1 is 2w minus 3. So the 2w will be moved to the left side, and then the 1 will be moved to right side. So that means you will be getting 4w minus 2w is minus 3 minus 1. Therefore, 2w is minus 4. Hence, your w is negative 2. So now your D is with coordinates w and 4w plus 1. That means when you replace the w by minus 2, it will be minus 2. Then 4 times minus 2 plus 1. That will be negative 2 and negative 7. So these are the two coordinates. These are the coordinates of the points D. Okay, next question, number 10. Expand and simplify. So 4 bracket 2x minus 1, negative 6, 3 minus x, or minus 3 minus 6 times 3 minus x. Though for this case, just do expansion, right? So I will get 8x minus 4 minus 18 plus 6x. Then 8x plus 16, 8x plus 6x, it will be 14x. Minus 4 minus 18 minus 22. So you can leave it in this form because it's mentioned simplify. Probably I can just factorize a common term, which is 2. Then you will get 7x minus 11. This will be your answer. Now B factorized completely. So 6 and 9, the common is 3. Okay, you have xy for both terms, so I factorize xy. Then now, once you have factorized 3 from 6, it left 2. And the x squared, once you factorize x, degree 1, I have x. The y has been taken out, then now plus 9xy, we factorize 3xy, that means left 3. So your factorization will be 3xy times 2x plus 3. Okay, part 2. 4x squared minus y squared plus 8x plus 4x plus 4y. So 4x squared minus y squared plus 8x minus 4y. Okay, now we have a formula here. A squared minus b squared is a minus b times a plus b. So the 4x squared can be written as square of 2x minus y squared. Then I group this as one term plus 8x minus 4y as another term. Okay, and now apply this formula. It will be 2x minus y times 2x plus y. Now for the 8x and 4y, the common is 4. So I will factorize the 4. And then I will get 2x minus y. Okay, and then when you look at here, the 2x minus y is in common now. Therefore, I will factorize 2x minus y. Then you will be getting 2x plus y, the remaining term, plus 4. So that's the two factors. Okay, wait. This is a plus. I made a mistake. This one should be plus. So it means that I made a mistake. The common is the plus. So the common is the plus. Okay, therefore I factorize 2x plus y. Then the remaining terms I need to combine. At last, you will be getting here plus, then 2x minus y plus 4. Okay, now next part. Antonio travels 100 kilometers at an average speed of x kilometer per hour. He then travels a further 150 kilometers at an average speed of x plus 10 kilometer per hour. The time taken for the whole journey is 4 hours and 20 minutes. Now look at the units here, per hour. So that means the 20 minutes you have to convert it to hour. Now, first part, show this quadratic equation. So we know that speed is distance over time. And now you are given a time. Therefore, I get my time as a subject. So the time is basically distance divided by speed. Okay, and now my time is 4 hours 20 minutes. So the 20 minutes I need to change to hours. So here it will be 4 hour plus 20 over 60 hour, because 1 hour has 60 minutes. Then it will be 4 hour plus 1 over 3 hour. Okay, so 4 plus 1 over 3 is basically 13 over 3 hour. Right, so this is the time taken for whole journey. So I will use this formula. It will be 13 over 3. Distance 100 kilometer. Speed is x. Okay, this is for first 100 kilometers plus the further 150 kilometers. The speed is x plus 10. So now for the right hand side, I will get the same denominator by cross multiplication. Then here you will be getting x times x plus 10. Then 100 times x plus 10 plus 150 times x. Left hand side remains. Okay, then now from here I cross multiply again. So this one move up, the 3 move to the other side. So here I will be getting 13x times x plus 10 equals to 3 times 100. This one you can just do expansion, 100x plus 1000 plus 150x. So when you do expansion, 13x squared plus 130x, this one will be 250x. So 250x, then you have to times by 3, 750x. Then plus 3000. Okay, so move all these terms to the left side. You will get 13x squared plus 130x minus 750x minus 3000 equals to 0. Then you will be getting 130 minus 750, it will be negative 620x. Then minus 3000 equals to 0. And this is the given quadratic equation. So we have shown the quadratic equation. Right? Now, for the second part, show this or solve this to find the speed traversed for the first 100 kilometers of the journey. You must show all your working and give your answer correct to one decimal place. Basically, first 100 kilograms, 100 kilometers, the speed is x. That means you just need to solve what is the x value. So now, to solve this quadratic equation, okay, you need to refer to the quadratic formula. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Your x will be minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So now I will write down my a first. A is 13, b is negative 620, c is negative 3000. So now my x will be minus of negative 620 plus minus square root of negative 620 squared. That's my b squared minus 4. A is 13, c is negative 3000 over 2a. That means you will be getting 620 plus minus square root of 540400 over 26. Then now here you will be getting two values. When you calculate using the minus, right, you will get negative 4.4277. And when you calculate using the plus, you will be getting 52.119963. And now, this is the x, right? The speed is the x and one decimal place. Therefore, your x will be 52.1 because it cannot be negative. Okay? So now, question 11. The diagram shows a sketch of y equals to 18 plus 5x minus x squared minus 2x squared. A, find the coordinates of A, B, C. So at the points A and C, both y equals to 0. Right? So at A and C, y equals to 0. That means now 0 equals to 18 plus 5x minus 2x squared. So then I will rearrange this to get 0 equals to, move all the terms to the left side. It will be 2x squared minus 5x minus 18. And this can be factorized. Okay, to get 2x squared, it will be 2x times x. To get minus 18, it will be 2 and 9. Okay, it can be 6 and 3 or 2 and 9. So, but because of the minus 5x here, I need to get, okay, you see, this is minus, here is minus. I know that minus times plus, it will be minus. So I will have minus and plus sign. So it will be plus 2 and minus 9. So that when I multiply, right, when you multiply here, it will be positive 4x. And you multiply, this is minus 9x. So the total for the middle is minus 5x. And then the first and third, you just multiply. So 2x times x, 2x squared. And then the third one is plus 2 times minus 9, it will be minus 18. Okay, so from here, I will be getting two factors. What are the two factors? Just use cross multiplication. So I will be getting 2x minus 9 together with x plus 2. Therefore, my 2x minus 9 equals to 0, or x plus 2 equals to 0. That means my x will be minus 2 and this x will be 9 over 2. So obviously, my a is negative. Okay, so means that my a will be negative 2, 0. Then my c will be 9 over 2, 0. Now, for my points B is when the x is 0 because it's on the y-axis. So at B, so now at B, x equals to 0. So when x equals to 0, just replace. Obviously, it's 18. Therefore, I get 0, 18. Okay, now part B. differentiate this. So I differentiate 18 plus 5x minus 2x squared. So for the differentiation, when you differentiate x degree n, okay, or there is a c here, but the n is just for x, you factorize the c and differentiate x degree n. So when you differentiate x degree n, move down the n, and then rewrite the x, the power always minus 1. So it becomes n minus 1. Okay, so we are going to use this formula to differentiate. So we differentiate. Now, for your information, differentiate constant, it will be 0. Because there's no c. So first term will be 0 because it's not no c, it's no x, right? So when you differentiate 18, you get 0. Second term, 5x, it will be just 5. Then minus 2, differentiate x squared, 2x. So at last, you will be getting 5 minus 4x. This will be your differentiation. Okay, see, find the coordinates of the points on this curve where gradient is 17. This gradient is basically referring to dy over dx. Now, look at here. We have found the differentiation on part B. It is the same function. That means this 5 minus 4x is our dy dx. Right, so from B, dy dx is 5 minus 4x. And now given the gradient is 17. So given dy dx equals to 17. That means now 17 is 5 minus 4x. So to get the x, okay, to get the coordinates of the point, so we need to find the x first. The 4x move to the left side and number move to the other side. So I will get 4x equals to 5 minus 17. Therefore 4x is negative 12. So at last your x is negative 12 over 4, which is negative 3. So with this x, we need to find the y value because of the points, right? So now your y is 18 plus 5 times negative 3 minus 2 times negative 3 squared. Then this is going to be negative 15. So it means that I'm getting the points with coordinates negative 3, negative 15. So my final answer over here will be minus 3 and minus 15. Alright, so we have done for this whole paper, right? So, and also comes to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy watching my video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to show support to this channel, you may buy the super thanks just beside the share button in the video. Okay, below the video. Alright, thank you. Bye.